Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, and salutation, peace, and blessings to the whole elect of the children of Israel, people of Negro and Indian descent. Okay, Israelite foreigners who Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, and scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, amongst the heathens, and that looked like the other nations, but had the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You gotta understand that. That's key here. Okay, and you women as well. Okay, you aqua, that's humbling yourself. Also to learn this word to escape these pollutions. This is an example of these pollutions that's been practiced in this world here, this video, in these foolish groups. Okay, faith-based Israelites, those that put faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai as your base, right? Okay, fellow laborers that's out pushing this word, you know, in the highways and the byways, just filling up the gaps in season and out of season. Okay, here we go. We knew it was coming, and always said that the unrighteous, though they may claim to be following the laws and claiming they be doing their own point, but if they're going off on certain key points, they're going to be going off on a whole lot of others. I always made that statement. I always said that if we were to be able to examine their personal life, you'll see that they're full of, their lives is full of a lot of abominable acts and, and wicked deeds and, and it's just the characteristics that the wicked have, I should have got this scripture before I even started this, but I'm going to look it up now, what I need. Let me grab the scripture here. It's a powerful scripture. This is beautiful what we're witnessing, man. And our enemy, we just don't have enemy. Our enemy just isn't of the heathen nations. Esau isn't our only enemy, And what you're finding out, especially new people, guys and male and females that's trying to find a light, which is Great Millstone, is that light where the truth is being pushed at 100%. We're bringing that light to expose, just so you be able to recognize who's right and who's wrong, and hold fast. It's hold fast. Hope it'll come up this way. Ooh, I didn't even expect this. There's quite a few scriptures on, holding fast. From read one here, 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good. Apostle Gabar used the word abstract. And every once in a while, we got to explain that to some people that clearly don't understand the scriptures. You got to learn, and it's pretty much abstraction. It's pretty much you're using your common sense to pull out what's in the scriptures, and it's in the scriptures. For example, like I pulled it up yesterday in the video, but what was it? Exodus the 19th chapter, when they didn't want to listen to Moses, they wanted the Most High to come down instead. But I thought it was in another scripture, but it's okay that the Spirit was there. I pulled that one up, and it said, "Come not near your wives." Sanctify yourself, and come not near your wives. And that's the thing. Same thing with the Sabbath. You got to keep it holy. And you got to learn how to extract up out of that. Keeping it holy and sacred. And you got to examine the Sabbath itself. The word Sabbath is like, it's your time. It's a time of rest, and it's a time of worship. Worship who? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And you're worshiping him in spirit and in truth. So how you popping your wife on the Sabbath, how is that even holy, man? That's a profane act, That's a wicked act. So prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Where's another one at? Hebrews. There's quite a few of them. There's quite a few of them. Jeremiah 8 and 5 clearly pertains to sicarii, the knife gang. What comes to mind when sicarii is one of those kung fu movies where knives is flying everywhere, in those kung fu movies, mainly the better ones that was made in the 70s, and knives are just constantly flying. You always have those assassins lurking with knives, It says Jeremiah 8:5, why then is this people in Jerusalem slidden back by perpetual backsliding? You heard him saying, you're going to hear him say in this video that they come up under great millstone. That's who talking, great millstone. That's not a mystery anymore. That's not a secret, It's not a secret. You know what? Let me get through this. You don't think Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't hate these individuals, man? He hate these niggas, man. He hate them. Okay? And when you see them destroyed, then it's going to be confirmed that he hated them. These people are enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by perpetual backsliding? Perpetual backsliding. Turning away, turning back, apostasy, backsliding. What was the other one? What was the other word? Perpetual. Be preeminent, be perpetual, be overseer, be enduring, endure, to act as overseer or superintendent or director or chief priest. Chief priest. Here we go. Why then is this people of Jerusalem sitting back by perpetual backsliding? They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. I hearkened and heard, but they spake not aright. No man repented him of his wickedness, saying, what have I done? Every one turned to his course, as the horse rusteth into the battle. Let's examine. Let's go into the video.
Quabi Howard puts an interesting thing in the comments. We're gonna tackle this now. He said, Chief, I hope y'all know that Remnant saved 144K. Said the sicarii teaches sex on the Sabbath. Now they're making up lies to combat them being exposed. Well, of course they're making up lies to combat them being exposed, but that is not a lie that they made up. That is not a lie that they made up. Hassad, if you could give me Deuteronomy 4 and...
let me might add that he's literally guilty of Revelation 22. All right. But let this play. I'll go to that.
And what is that, 2?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 4 and 2.
So, myself, Deacon Hakah, Captain Tazamah Mav, the Sergeant Shatab, and Shamor. We came up under the teachings of Great Millstone, right? As everybody knows, or should know by now. And we were taught certain things. And GMS ain't alone in teaching this. We were taught certain things. And there's certain Israelite groups that teach this as well. That you cannot, be intimate with your your wife or your husband. A husband can't be with his wife. A wife can't be with her husband on the Sabbath, right? Here's the problem. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. So it was taught to us, and we upheld that for a long time. But just through spiritual growth and examination of that.
He said through spiritual growth and examination of that.
We can't enforce that on people. We can't tell people that that's wrong or that's a sin because, well, God didn't say it, right? So read that.
Deuteronomy 4:2. You shall not add unto the word which I command you.
So it is a sin to add to the laws, right? If God didn't tell you not to lay with a woman on the Sabbath, you can't add that in. You can't. Go ahead.
You shall not add unto the word which I command.
There, this Revelation 22:18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So he's adding it on that you can have sex with your wife on the Sabbath. He's clearly adding on. You can have sex with your wife on the Sabbath. So I'd like to hear him explain. Well, what makes this? How do you make the Sabbath Sabbath? How do you make it sacred then? You have to raise these questions, and these questions would, oh man, I can imagine it's going to bring out even more vomit. It's going to bring out far more vomit. He says, and do we need to mention? It's not even really necessary to even mention the plagues, but if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So it's clearly obvious, that this man is he's on a mission. He's on a mission, which is not going to possibly happen. He wishes to break up Great Millstone. That's simply what it is. Jealousy and envy, man. That's a hell of a disease. That's a hell of a wicked spirit to have on somebody, and then that's a hell of a thing to even have to deal with someone that's looking at you like that, man, with jealousy and envy in their heart for you. That's a hell of a thing to deal with, man. And here you are. Because that's all this pretty much is, man. And then again, it all started with, like I said, they hated Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They hated Yahweh Shai long before they hated us. So this is where this goes back to. Where's she at? There's a couple of scriptures I wanted. Let me go to Job real quick. Let me go to Job. No, I don't think Job is the one I want though, but I'm gonna check and look at it anyway. Here we go. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel. It's the book of Ezekiel. 44. Okay, where should I start? (44:22). Neither shall they take for their wives a widow, nor her that is put away, but they shall take maidens of the seed of the house of Israel, or a widow that had a priest before, and they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane. And let me read again. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane. Sex on the Sabbath is profane. Okay, and it continues to say, and cause them to discern. Cause them to discern. You got to have understanding. Okay. That word discern, you got to have understanding here. Da-da. To know, to perceive, to perceive and see, find out and discern. Check this out: to discriminate, distinguish, recognize, acknowledge and confess, to consider, to know. So it's always to know how, be skillful in, to have knowledge, be wise. Okay. So this is what we're doing. This is the spirit, man. You have to be in it. When teaching this word, again, as I said, in spirit and in truth. Let me grab that. That's why ultimately we're going to witness this man's destruction, man. Ooh, there you go, John 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. Clearly, sicarii is not worshiping him in spirit and in truth. Clearly, that's clearly. So, again, it says, and they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane, and cause them to discern between the unclean and the clean. And in controversy they shall stand in judgment. And it's becoming a controversy now. They've made it a controversy. Let's go on that word, ribs. Strife, controversy and dispute, strife and quarrel. And imagine how many brothers going to actually fall out because of this sex on the Sabbath controversy. Everybody's so goddamn horny, man. Everybody's so they've so weak to the flesh, so weak when it comes to the flesh and not being spiritual. So strife and quarrel, dispute, controversy, case at law. And in controversy they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgments. And they shall keep my laws and my statutes and all mine assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths. Hallow means to keep it holy. Hallow, holy. Same word, same thing. So again, man, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, whose eyes are brighter than, whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than that which is the sun. Don't be surprised that a lot of this guy's personal life don't come to the how we say it when, especially how we say it, how they say it when Just drama on the streets, people fighting. They pull out their cameras, start screaming, "World star, world star." Don't be surprised this fool in his life don't end up on World Star from, like I said, from what's going on, they wicked ass lies, personal lies, man, that we don't see. Most High has a way of bringing things to light, man, and making a complete shame, embarrassment out of you. So there we go. We got the proof that, like Apostle Tahar was holding his judgment on this, whether this nigga was pushing or not, and here he is. He couldn't help himself. So till next time, Lord willing, shalom.